What's up, tribe? If you're new here, my name's Jacob, and Apex is all about humans, dogs, and the foods that bonded us, which of course is meat. And the topic I want to discuss today is actually quite a bit of a lighter topic, and that is the topic of brushing your dog's teeth. All right, so if you're one of those people out there and you brush your dog's teeth, don't hate me for this, all right? But I'm going to explain myself, and then I want to know what your thoughts are. So there is this, I don't know what you would call it, this movement, I guess, of people brushing their dog's teeth, okay? And they're even selling like dog treats and stuff that clean your dog's teeth now because periodontal disease in dogs has become so prevalent. As a matter of fact, the recent statistic I read was that 100% of all dogs out there will at some point in their lives develop some form of periodontal disease, which is a staggering statistic considering that in the wild canines simply don't have this problem. The rates of periodontal disease in the wild is basically non-existent because if a wild canine develops periodontal disease, it loses its ability to eat. It loses its ability to hunt, and it cannot survive. So in the wild, a dog's teeth is its lifeline, and without its teeth, it ceases to exist. So with that said, we have to think about what is it that is causing periodontal disease in dogs and what is making it so prevalent. And I can tell you that I've searched for that answer, and the answer is very, very clear and is very apparent, and that is that diet is the #1 contributor, 100%. Because dogs in the wild canines consume other animals, they consume meat. Dogs in captivity, domesticated dogs, consume basically 60 to 80% hyperprocessed grain and carbohydrates, which is not something dogs should be consuming. It is not a species appropriate diet, and that is what is leading to periodontal disease in dogs. And it's not just the fact that the food is hyperprocessed and that it's 60 to 80% carbohydrate. That is a big problem, but it's also all the other stuff that's in the food, and just how harmful that stuff is basically leading to tooth decay and periodontal disease in dogs. And when we think about that, and we think about the rates of periodontal disease in humans, kind of a strong correlation there between hyperprocessed food and kibble, because it's basically made with the same exact crap, and the same people that make hyperprocessed dog food are the same people that make hyperprocessed junk food for us. But that's a whole different topic, because what we're talking about here is the fact that modern dog food, kibble, and pretty much anything that comes in a bag or a can that you buy in the grocery store is leading to periodontal disease in dogs. So the notion that you need to brush your dog's teeth is just absolutely absurd, because no dog in the wild needs to have their teeth brushed. And if your dog is eating a proper diet, a species appropriate diet, you don't have to brush your dog's teeth either. So the great thing about feeding your dog a species appropriate diet is that your dog is not eating hyperprocessed grains. It's not full of tons of carbohydrates. You don't have all those horrible ingredients in there. And when your dog's eating raw meaty bones, those bones are going to actively clean your dog's teeth every single time it eats. And that's why if you've ever noticed people that feed their dog raw diets, their dogs usually have very, very clean teeth. And it's for the same reason that dogs in the wild don't suffer from these conditions. They don't have periodontal disease, they don't lose their teeth, they don't have tooth decay. None of these things happen. So the notion that you have to buy tooth cleaning treats for your dog and you have to hold your dog down and brush his teeth is just absolutely absurd when you really think about this. And again, it's really a common sense thing. Just think about what dogs would eat in the wild versus what they're eating now, and that's your answer. So I would really urge you that if you are one of those people that's brushing your dog's teeth, think about why you're doing that. Now, if you're just doing it because you want to make sure that your dog has clean teeth and your dog's diet is already straightened out, then that's fine if that's what you want to do. But if you're doing it because periodontal disease is so prevalent due to feeding your dog a horrible diet, full of hyper-processed kibble, that is not the reason why you should be brushing your dog's teeth. And again, if you get away from those foods, you don't have to do that. And you should not have to do that. So let me know what y'all think about this. Do you brush your dog's teeth? And if so, is it because your dog has a horrible diet full of hyper-processed kibble? Or is it just because you want to make sure your dog's teeth are in the best health that they can be? Let me know down below. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like, subscribe, join the Apex Tribe. I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace out.